My name is Admiral FBI Porbeni. I'm the president of Nigeria Rowing, Canoeing, and Sailing Federation, 3 federations.
Awesome. Nigeria took part in the canoeing event at the Paris Olympics. What sort of experience was it for the country?
Well, for the country, the fact that this is the 4th Olympic I'm attending. In London, just one athlete, Jonathan Kemi, who was trained in the British Federation and later rowed for us. And then that foreign-based training. In Rio were 2 athletes, one Jonathan Akemi and Sherry Coco, who was also from America, and Jonathan from London, no home base. And in Tokyo were 3 athletes who were all homegrown from Nigeria, 2 female athletes, and a para-athlete from London. Today in Paris were 2 athletes who are all homegrown, not from any foreign inputs. So we've grown up a little bit in our, and from here we got up to quarterfinal. We crash out of quarterfinal.
And with what the home-based talents did, Ayomide Bello and Otredo, Beauty, would you say you are pleased? Are you proud of the achievements?
I'm very proud, because these are people who I just took from the streets and they started rowing and doing very well, beating people who are even were trained for long. I know that Los Angeles we shall do something better.
Would it have been better if they were foreign-based and foreign-trained?
Well, if they are foreign-trained, okay, but they are known. You grow them from scratch. Foreign-trained means you will train other countries and come to train. Well, for me, once a good athlete, I want to train you to be the expert.
But do you really think they got the sort of preparation they needed to compete at this sort of global events?
I would say they at the tail end, yes, they went to Germany and training, but from beginning, Olympics is not a 4-year, it's a 4-year program, a 4-year training, not one crash program 1 year. That was all. And the minister tried his best. He came on board, and basically the funding of sports should be not be left to only ministry or to government. There's a lottery fund, which I was part of it when it started, to fund training, to fund sport. But that lottery fund not be used for sport as of today. What are used for other things are not sports wise. So that's where we missed the point. Lottery fund must be used for sports.
Wow. So funding is still a big issue with sports in Nigeria. And rowing and canoeing, are they also suffering from that big problem of funding?
Obviously. Like when we hosted the Olympic qualification of Africa, Nigeria hosted the Olympic for the whole of Africa. Also, 18 African countries were there. It was very good for us to. We barely had funding, barely, and even corporate bodies that we want to celebrate. Apart we have only mutual insurance who give us some money to do some. Other people will not. As today, they won't come. We had from Izamia Hospital. They helped us a lot. But people don't come back as they wait for. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, most corporate bodies and people wait for the success. They don't want the crest of the success to lead to the success. If I want medals today, you see Barclays Bank or Union Bank is on ground to welcome you with goodies and co. But for going there, they give nothing to us. Nothing. Well, the corporate want to have making profits for out of Nigerians. Don't do nothing to any sport.
Wow. Why don't we have a para-athletes representing Nigeria in canoeing?
Yeah, we couldn't make it. We had one from UK, but this time we couldn't make the qualification. That was all.
Admiral, you've been part of sailing, rowing, and canoeing in Nigeria for quite some time. With what you have seen, can you confidently say we have the talents that can compete at global events such as the Olympics?
Yeah, Austin, we have the talent, but just the preparation. The preparation. If not, when we started, there were no boats. I remember in Tunisia, we were coming last and last in Africa. And they said, where are our boats? Apparently, there were boats donated to us 11 years at the jetty, at the wharf. The boats were donated by international bodies. And I told my Secretary General, where are those boats? We'll get them out. Luckily, we got them at Ikorodu in a container. Because they're not attracted by China, nobody stole them. But we were able to clear them with the custom, paid money from our pockets to clear them, all because they are demurrage and co-related. We were able to get them. From there, we started practice. I wrote to states in the Federation. I have boats to launch. Nobody bothered, except Lee Mokwe of Cross River State, who helped us. We got the boats cleared and trained in Cross River. That's why we went for African Games. For the first time, we got silver and bronze from the first time. Of course, next one in Morocco, my girls got 4 gold medals. We got also give 4 gold medals to Nigerian contingent from nowhere that was before. And so those things are things that we can always move forward from this.
Has the ministry been supportive, past and present?
The ministry has been wonderful. They've been supportive. I remember the last minister, Sunday Are, was very, very good. And of course, this present minister has been with us, even to clear the boats that came from that we bought for Olympic qualification. To get the boats out, you'll be surprised. Boston gave us a lot of headache, and after clearance, Minister of Finance gave us their sporting item, no custom duties. After what they were given, to get them out of the jetty. It was time of war. The minister had to call, and I was a sleepless night, call from morning till night, because the event would take place, and we look for this sporting event. And it was, the minister had to be with the Minister of Finance and all. It was, anyway, one thing I think Nigeria, we should know that sports is a major thing. Look, the public relation get out of sports so much that you cannot quantify it in terms of naira and kobo. The public relation, today, we all going ahead that because we didn't qualify anywhere and it didn't look nice.
But Admiral, sometimes they will say, oh, what's the return on investment? With rowing, sailing, and canoeing, what are the benefits that Nigeria can get out of investing in such kind of sports?
Well, water sports, in the first place, in the military, river crossing is very important. And river crossing in the military, so therefore if you can gain something. When somebody knows how to row and paddle in the water, if you go to other field, you can benefit from it. So there's a lot we can benefit in water sports.
And we keep saying the riverline areas. We have young people from the riverline areas that can get into sailing, that can get into rowing, get into canoeing. Is it about just picking people from Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, Delta, Ondo, or it's about training and ensuring that they have the proper skill?
Thank you, Austin. To tell you, to make this sport popular, I've showcased it anywhere you can think about. I've been in Jos, there's a lake there, we showcase there, and we've been to Sokoto. So anywhere there's body of water, not necessarily riverine, anywhere there's a body of water, like Arugu, a good body of water, can showcase it. I'm now trying to go to Imo State to have in an Anambra for the Agulere area. Anywhere there's water, I want to showcase it.
How did we discover Ayomide Bello and Beauty?
Like you say, apparently they are Ijaw girls. They live around the waterfront. Their parents are fishermen and wood carrying people. So one of my Admiral Porbeni boat race, they ran. and did very well. We had to now gradually groom them and take them. For example, whatever shortfall they got, we try to carve it to become a better decision. That's how we have discovered them.
Wow. And if you look at their result at this Olympics, in what ways do you think they can improve?
But now, if we make sure that even if 2 years to the Olympic, we start training. Not a year to Olympic, we start training. 2 years, we started when there was nothing, but today, 2 years to training, that would be better, or 3 years. Look, for example, I cannot see why in Nigeria, people don't involve sports. As a schoolboy, a school athlete, I remember for being in school, you were given special diet, a special table, not ordinary table or dining hall. You are given that response. Okay, what happened at our outlet? We have banks making huge profits. What have they plowed into sports? None. We have corporate bodies. I remember when I wrote to General Danjuma, and his company gave us some money to go to America for training for sports. That's the things, you have to basically use your position and with cap in hand to beg. Make sure sport, or you from your pocket. The African Games, they qualify. I did it. Now I was waiting for some reform at least.
How tired are you being president of this federation?
Austin, from the beginning I told you, I'm getting tired. The bones are becoming weak, not as strong as before. And I'm thinking of throwing my cap. I think I've done much.
Has it been discouraging?
No, not discouraging. I'm happy to see the children grow up and become. Look, for Ayomide to Bello, she has become a star in our community, in our village. They know her very well from sports. What she was before, at least she's out of the street. She's in a position. She's got beautifully married, doing very well. I'm proud for her, like my daughter.
And Admiral, when I speak to people that were involved in sports back in the days from 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and even the 2000s, they say good things about our sports. How they were sponsorship.
Yes, sponsorship.
How did things get this bad? What happened?
We just became more individualistic. We are not corporate again. Well, I remember, like you say, my days in sports, were sure, there was no remuneration, but we were sure of being supported, being grown. So and I just still believe that the use profits capital the business people are doing, they should invest in sports. Use their sports. Even government has done very well. Get some percentage off of being invested in sports. They give tax, they give you some percent off for tax. So therefore, the businesses should try and ensure that you invest in sport. In your days, you see stationery stores, NTA, but today they're all, everybody just think of only states can afford sports. No.
Is part of the reason for these challenges, part of the reason is it because government sees sports as recreation rather than seeing it as business?
But that's why Mr. Sunday Are, he introduced sports with business, not recreation again. And of course, the President Minister is taking, Senator John is taking the same stand. It's a business. I mean, look, I travel when I sailed in those days. I remember in the cruise in the Caribbean. I travel from Nigeria. Oh, you know, they don't talk about president. So, you know, Canoeing. What they has a canoe, not my president. They don't know him, but they know Canoe, who is a footballer.
Kocha,
so Kocha, those are things they know. So it means a lot in this.
That sports can actually give us good ambassadors.
Well, yes, better ambassador than all the better publicity.
Also, back in the day, the military, they were very active in sports. I'm not saying they're not active again, but let's narrow it down to your sport, which is canoeing and sailing. Has the Nigerian Navy been supportive?
Nigerian Navy has a sailing club, supporting. We're trying to make them support more, better reason. I remember the army have been very good, but the owner comes ahead, they were there, Shiwami staff, and even the last one I had, my Admiral Porbeni, tournament. The chief of naval staff was the president physically there as guest of honor. They come. They have to put more pressure to make them get involved, because really it's something that the military should take more interest in sports.
Talking about interest, how can we get young people to be interested in rowing and canoeing in Nigeria?
Yeah, you're very right, because I remember even when we were just making showcasing our sport, children came and were gradually recruited some of them, and also even in Javi Lake, where I discovered, and they said my Porbeni lane, where I got from Rio. Who laid the Rio lane came and laid for us. All those things, make sure that children come along, and we introduce them to one can swim and can row, the technique of paddling, and from there you go on.
Admiral, I know you will not be president of this federation forever, and as you said, you're getting tired. But from the view that you have, coming from the experiences you've had being president of Nigeria Rowing, Sailing and Canoeing Federation, what is the future?
I'm sure water sports, canoeing, has a great future, because I know that with little effort, more of what we made, we go a better place.
I must say thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
Admiral Porbeni. Thank you.
Sunday, thank you so much, and I'm happy to see you again in France.
Thank you. Yeah.